Well, it's just coincidental that the Helicopter Association International's Heli-Expo is in Southern California this week. AOPA Live's Paul Harrop joins us now from Anaheim. Paul, the Kobe Bryant accident is sure making waves throughout the aviation world. What's the mood there in the LA basin?
Hey Tom, it's pretty somber. We're seeing a lot of outpouring of grief and support from people here in the Southland. Now, I landed at LAX at about the same time as the accident and came through that same fog and overcast. It was very dense. Here's a snapshot I took on approach. This was just a few miles away and within a few minutes of the accident. Now, as news broke of the crash, people were stunned. Memorials popping up everywhere. This one is just outside Staples Center. We've seen billboards all over the place with Kobe Bryant's face and his name and remembering him. His basketball career meant a lot to the people of the Southland, and many of them are sharing their outpourings of grief. Now, here at Heli-Expo, it's a little bit more business as usual, but obviously pilots are kind of shaken up that an experienced aviator in a very capable machine could wind up in an accident like that somehow. And so people are trying to use this as a moment to remember to keep safety front of mind. Now, safety is a big part of HAI Heli-Expo, and in fact, they have a lot of seminars and safety programming that's all free to anyone who wants to attend.
We have some of the top people in the industry presenting classes, and because we know that this is important, we actually make all of our safety courses available for free to anybody who comes in. People don't have to register for the show, they don't have to register to get out on the show floor, they can just take the safety classes for free. So there might be classes about flying in a wire environment or flying when fatigued, things like that we just want the information out there.
Now, safety content, a huge part of Heli-Expo, but it's far from the only thing. Some major news and some cutting-edge technology is the big story from here inside the Anaheim Convention Center.
Heli-Expo is hundreds of thousands of square feet of all things rotorcraft.
We annually anticipate about $2 billion worth of business going on one of these shows, and we've already had a pretty major acquisition.
Italian aviation giant Leonardo buys Swiss company Copter. Copter and their SH-09 is the first clean sheet design upstart in the helicopter space in decades. The $185 million deal will add to Leonardo's existing conglomerate of designs, with company officials saying the Copter long light single machine complementing their existing offerings well.
We believe it will be the brand new single engine of the future with really unique capability. Brand new design, and will really open to Leonardo the door for a lot of opportunities.
Copter will remain an autonomous business unit, but it's not all mergers and acquisitions. Just a few feet over, one of the more popular booths. VRM Switzerland showing off their full-motion virtual reality Robinson 22 and Copter SH-09 simulators. European certification is underway, with U.S. certification to follow.
We were lucky to get a fantastic innovation partnership contract signed with EASA in the European European countries where we are right now in the middle of a certification process.
In a future edition, we'll dive deeper into the device and see why I should probably stick to fixed wing. But speaking of cool, check out the Airbus ACH130 Aston Martin edition. It's got custom paint and interior, and it is very 007.
Well, obviously, I found out you don't use 172 muscle memory for a R22, but there's a lot of really exciting things going on, a buzz of new technologies, and it's really cool to kind of get out of the fixed wing world and see what's going on here in Rotorcraft, guys.
Hey, Paul, thanks for that. But I think that Aston Martin interior, that's all you, Paul.
Yeah.
Okay?
I think I'd look very, very good in it.
You absolutely would. That is definitely your style.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for the reports on what's happening in the helicopter world, Paul. We'll look forward to hearing more next week.
Well, the Helicopter Association Convention celebrates all vertical flight, and there are some new flying machines becoming more evident on the show floor, and they may very well be the future of flight. Urban air mobility is an integral part of HAI this year. The idea is so well accepted as the way aviation is going, the class of machines doesn't even have its own area. UAMs are just another part of the show. One of the highlights is the Airbus Vahana. The 8-propeller e-VTOL is a personal air vehicle prototype. It just completed its flight test program, and the company plans to use lessons learned from this machine in future urban air mobility projects.
And Airbus Helicopters is working on another demonstrator called CTR Bus, which is a larger vehicle, different architecture. It's a multi-copter. It's a 4-passenger vehicle, and they're currently going through their flight test campaign. And the idea is to use all the technical lessons learned from these 2 demonstrators to then work on the next generation vehicle.
The Vahana has a range of 27 miles and it cruises at 120 miles per hour.
Instrum Helicopter is celebrating its 60th anniversary at HAI, a chopper there in special livery for the event. The company formed in 1959 by mining engineer R.J. Rudy Instrum on the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. A lot of history at that company. Wow, they've had a lot of different owners over the years, and it's really fascinating what all they've done.
But a mainstay in the helicopter industry.
Yep, for training in particular.